283 participants joined the second day of our online 2021 Joint Biennial Convention, which began with the opening liturgy from the Franciscan Sisters Fro Infante et Familia General Aid Community in Talamban, Cebu City. Thank you, dear FSPIF sisters.
The recap of the previous day's session focused on the 50-year journey of the AMRSP in proclaiming the good news to the poor and vulnerable, with decisions made by member congregations and the Secretariat as products of intense processes of discernment, walking and listening to the poor and lay partners, and of being consistently present in the signs and call of the times.
The chairs of AMRSP, counterpart in Rome, Father Arturo Sosa S.J., Superior General of the Society of Jesus and President of the Union of Superiors General, and Sister Yolanda Kafka, RMI, Superior General of the Religious of Mary Immaculate, Claretian Missionary Sisters, and President of the International Union of Superiors General, share their insights on the impact of the religious missionaries, saying how it was through religious missionaries that the Catholic faith was first planted in the hearts of the Filipino, and that the religious continue to be weavers of communion, reaching out to the youth to follow Jesus, praying for the strengthened commitment to following Jesus in the vulnerable. Father Sosa concluded his message with a prayer that all may become bearer of the Lord's light and hope, the Lord's healing and peace.
His Excellency the Most Reverend Midfield B. Billones Didi, Auxiliary Bishop of Cebu, congratulated the association in celebrating its giftedness. He also offered affirmation for the manifold blessings you have brought, walking in the streets, working in communities, praying in your homes, a source of many blessings. He quoted Saint Augustine, to whom finding a brother is finding half our soul. Once we are grafted through baptism to God, we are also grafted to our brothers and sisters, the people of God. The whole people of God are brothers and sisters all. Collaboration is not for corporate efficiency, but acting from the core of who we are, the identity of brotherhood, the identity of communion. This is from where collaboration flows.
He discussed 3 obstructions to fraternal communion that can hamper effective collaboration: isolationism, individualism, and modified racism. He advised us to soar like an eagle in your ministry, but do not avoid walking in the mud, to live and thrive. We should seek out one another and forge a partnership in the mission. Ego, he said, meant edging God out, a self-absorption that makes it difficult for us to listen to others. By modified racism, he elaborated on exclusivism, clarifying that we need hierarchy, but it must be side by side with synodality.
In closing, Bishop Billones posed this challenge to the body: pursue the re-establishment of our identity of communion, move away from isolationism, individualism, and racism, with openness, a love without borders, solidarity, and see the other half of our soul in our brother or sister, and only then will AMRSP be ready for another 500 years of collaboration in the mission. I pray that your golden anniversary be a moment of grace, of renewal, for the sake of deeper collaboration and mission based on the identity and relationship of communion.
Reports of the AMRSP's mission partners were presented in a collage of videos, giving us a visual record of the deeds, challenges, and accomplishments of the AMRSP's structures of confluence for and collaboration with the ordained, the consecrated, and the laity.
The second panel discussion of A Listening Heart dealt with stories of mission, was facilitated by Sister Carmelita Victoria SSPS. Here, Father Robert Rivera S.J. shared how we are never alone in our mission. Lay partners and the local churches make our work possible. God also sends good people our way to follow us to do our work with His blessing and grace. Promoting faith and justice, he said, is both transforming and transformational. The future, he says, of the Church with a crisis in vocations lies in our learning to animate the local church with our unique gifts while learning from and growing with others. This symbiosis allows both our gifts and our charisms to flourish. In the future, he says, the main proponents of our works will no longer be the religious, but the lay people. They're actually the ones who bring in the expertise. This is why I see our role is to animate, which I hope the AMRSP and its members will take on.
Mother Marieta S. Vega OSC shared the life and mission of the cloistered nun. Like all consecrated people, we are bound by our vows. Moving around 27 monasteries for the past years, I carry my cloister in my heart amidst all the noise and distraction of present-day society. She pinpointed proper discretion and discernment on the essential of life, including the use of digital technology, while partners keep them up to date on the world outside. We offer our monasteries as a retreat for retired and returning missionaries. We are ready to listen to you. You can take time to heal in the shelter of our contemplative places, as venue, an environment where you can revive the sweetness of your relationship with God. Recover your burnt-out energies. Recharge yourselves by spending more time with God.
In closing, she offered, don't be afraid to dream big dreams and to claim and exercise our power, authority, and privilege. We have the power to love with unlimited authority, to trust and to serve, and the countless privileges to sacrifice. Then at the end, you receive your final compensation, a lump sum of criticism and a failing mark. After all, this has come to pass. Look in the mirror and see whose face yours resembles.
Moderator Sister Carmelita synthesized their sharing saying, religious life is primarily God's mission and we are privileged to share in it, always in collaboration with others, particularly the lay people.
Finally, Attorney Christian Monsod shared the Ready to Vote campaign of the Election 2022 Coalition, a non-partisan multi-sectoral coalition of 39 government organizations and people's associations, united with one goal, that all Filipinos exercise their civic duty and their individual and collective power to vote.
He underscored the importance of the power to vote as the only right in our democracy where everyone is equal. The goal is to get 4 million new voters and roughly 3 million who failed to vote in the previous to register and vote in the 2022 elections. To this end, the coalition pursues massive voter education, especially for the poor and the youth, and setting up safe alternative venues for satellite registration.
For 35 years, our people have sought change, social justice. People prefer to achieve this through peaceful democratic means. The power is in our hands. The only way people lose power is when they don't have any.